Beloved ones, the world is full of invisible riches, waiting only for recognition and acceptance. The treasure you seek is not far off, it is here and now, in the realm of the unseen, pressing at the door of your consciousness, longing to pour itself into your life. The lottery is but a symbol, a channel through which abundance may flow, but the source itself is infinite, and the laws of manifestation are precise, immutable, and ready to obey your spoken word. When you desire to win, first you must know that desire is not vain. Desire is a divine seed planted by the infinite within your heart. It is the voice of spirit saying, "This is yours." But it becomes yours only when you claim it with unwavering faith. You do not beg, you do not plead, you do not strain. You speak the word, knowing it cannot return void. You picture yourself holding the winning ticket, your heart steady, your mind clear, and you affirm that the money flows to you in perfect ways. This is the alchemy of faith, turning invisible supply into tangible form. The great secret of manifestation is non-resistance. When you see another person prosper, rejoice, for their success heralds your own. When you hear of another's win, bless it, for blessing another's good multiplies your own. Resentment blocks, gratitude unlocks. In the same way, fear delays, and confidence accelerates. To win the lottery, you must first win over the doubts of your own mind. Doubt is the shadow that hides the sun. Faith is the light that disperses the shadow. Your words are wands. Say each morning, "Unexpected money comes to me in perfect ways. The winning combination of my destiny is already mine. Divine order governs my affairs." As you repeat these affirmations, let the feeling of having already received swell within you. Feel the joy, the relief, the security of wealth already present. You are not trying to make it happen. You are aligning with what already is in the invisible. Hold the picture of your desired outcome, as a painter holds an image, before setting brush to canvas. See the numbers clearly. See the ticket with your name on it. But release the details of the how. Spirit knows better than you the perfect time and channel. You have only one job: to keep your vision untainted by fear, and to live as though your manifestation is inevitable. This is the golden key. Prepare your life for the blessing you have asked for. Clear out old beliefs of limitation. Pay your bills joyfully. Give thanks for every coin, no matter how small, for gratitude magnifies. A person who despises small beginnings blocks large gains. Let each cent you handle carry the vibration of wealth and thanksgiving. In doing this, you create a magnetic field that draws riches to you as surely as a magnet draws iron. Know also that you are not gambling with luck but cooperating with law. The lottery ticket is but one means, the infinite is the source. If one door closes, another opens instantly. Do not cling to a single outcome. Cling only to the certainty of supply. Declare, "I am one with the infinite treasure. Nothing can be withheld from me. Money comes to me in avalanches of abundance." As you speak it, see it, and feel it, the universe must comply, for it is law. Do not delay your joy until after the win. Celebrate now as though the win has already occurred. This rejoicing is the signal to the infinite that you have received. Dance in your living room. Give thanks for the good you cannot yet see. Sing your prosperity into being. The more joy you radiate, the more wealth you magnetize. Joy is the strongest force of attraction in the universe. Every obstacle is but a mirage, every delay a test of your faith. Do not waver. Do not look back. The harvest is certain if the seed has been planted in conviction. And remember, abundance is your birthright. There is no virtue in lack, no holiness in fear, no power in defeat. Claim your victory. Walk as a winner. Speak as a winner. Think as a winner. The winning ticket is simply the outward sign of the wealth consciousness you have cultivated within. As you continue to affirm, visualize, and prepare, the day will come, unexpectedly and effortlessly, when you hold in your hand the evidence of your faith made visible. It may come as the winning numbers. It may come as a sudden windfall. It may come as opportunities beyond your current imagination. But it will come, for the law is exact, the law is sure, and the law responds unfailingly to the spoken word backed by belief. Desire as divine permission is the first step to unlocking the hidden power of manifestation, because it is the whisper of the infinite within you telling you what is possible for you, and what already belongs to you in the realm of spirit. When you desire to win the lottery, You are not reaching for something foreign or unnatural. You are responding to a spiritual signal that there is wealth, freedom, and expansion ready to pour into your experience. Many people have been taught to distrust their desires, to think of them as selfish or frivolous. But in truth, every right desire is a seed planted by the divine, and it carries within it the full blueprint of its own fulfillment. Just as an acorn contains the image of the oak tree, your desire to win contains the image of your abundance already complete. You are not manufacturing this longing, you are receiving it, and that reception itself is the permission you need to pursue it in faith. When you honor your desire as sacred, you remove guilt and shame from your vibration, and you become an open vessel for supply to flow to you without obstruction. In this way, desire is a compass pointing you toward the path your soul has already chosen, and by acknowledging it you align with your higher destiny. When you treat desire as divine permission, you begin to understand that you are not asking a reluctant universe to give you something. You are claiming what is already yours by right of consciousness. This shift in awareness transforms begging into knowing, hoping into expecting, and wishing into receiving. In the realm of manifestation, feeling guilty for your desire is like planting a seed in barren soil. You must plant your desire in rich soil of acceptance, faith, and joyful expectancy. See your desire as an answered prayer the moment it arises. Speak to yourself. This desire is proof of my destiny. This longing is proof of my readiness. This vision is proof of what is already mine. As you affirm this truth, you dissolve the old belief that you must earn or struggle for abundance. Instead, you begin to recognize that your inner world creates your outer world, and your desire is simply a divine nudge to bring your outer conditions into harmony with your inner vision. This perspective also allows you to detach from the how. If desire is divine permission, then the infinite mind already knows the perfect channels, the perfect timing, and the perfect people through which your supply will come. You need only to follow the intuitive guidance that flows as a result of your alignment. The desire to win the lottery can be seen as a doorway through which supply may enter, but the supply itself is infinite and cannot be limited to a single channel. This is why acknowledging the sacredness of desire actually frees you from grasping. You no longer feel desperation, because you trust that the source behind your desire is also the source behind its fulfillment. This trust creates a magnetic field of calm expectancy, which in turn allows opportunities, insights, and synchronicities to unfold naturally without strain. Desire as divine permission also requires that you purify your intent. Ask yourself why you want to win. If your desire is rooted in fear or lack, you may manifest temporary or partial results. But when your desire springs from the joy of expansion, freedom, contribution, and expression, you align with a higher vibration that carries much greater creative power. Begin to imagine not only yourself receiving the abundance, but also how your abundance can uplift others. Feel the ripple effect of your wealth blessing your family, community, and the world. This expansive feeling opens a wider channel for supply and ensures that your manifestation serves a greater good, which accelerates its arrival. In this way, your desire to win becomes an instrument of divine generosity, not just personal gain. Another dimension of desire as divine permission is the necessity of believing you are worthy. Many people sabotage their manifestations because they cannot see themselves as deserving. They believe abundance is for others, not for them, or they attach moral judgment to wealth. In truth, worthiness is inherent. You are a child of the infinite, and all that the infinite has is yours. Begin to affirm daily, I am worthy of miraculous abundance. I am worthy of winning. I am worthy of receiving every good thing. This affirmation reshapes your self-image to match your desired reality. As your self-image rises, your capacity to receive increases, and the flow of abundance accelerates toward you. You become a magnet for wealth, because you finally see yourself as one with wealth. You can also use the power of imagination to strengthen your conviction that your desire is divine. Spend time each day visualizing the feeling of having already received. Do not merely see yourself holding the winning ticket. Feel the emotions of joy, gratitude, relief, and expansion as if it were already done. This emotional rehearsal imprints your subconscious with the vibration of fulfillment, and because the subconscious does not distinguish between reality and vivid imagination, it begins to attract conditions that match your inner state. As you do this consistently, the outer world starts to reorganize itself in ways that mirror your inner picture, and opportunities to receive your desired abundance appear naturally and effortlessly. To further anchor this truth, practice gratitude for the desire itself. Instead of seeing your longing as lack, see it as evidence that something wonderful is on its way. Thank the infinite for giving you the desire, for showing you the blueprint of your future abundance. Gratitude transforms impatience into certainty. Say to yourself, "Thank you for this desire. Thank you for this guidance. Thank you for my inevitable win." This practice dissolves resistance and allows you to live in the joyful expectancy that signals to the universe you are ready to receive. The more you give thanks, the more evidence you see of abundance already flowing toward you. Another key practice is to release comparison and envy. When you see others prospering, when you hear of others winning the lottery, bless them sincerely. Rejoice in their good fortune, for by blessing their abundance you are affirming the principle of abundance itself. Envy shuts the door, blessing opens it wide. Tell yourself, "What I bless in others I claim for myself. Their win is proof of what is possible for me. Their abundance is my abundance in embryo." This attitude keeps your vibration high and free from the toxins of resentment, and it aligns you with the frequency of winning. Desire as divine permission also means allowing yourself to live as though your manifestation is inevitable. Begin to act, think, and plan from the perspective of already having received. This does not mean reckless spending, it means cultivating the feelings, habits, and mindset of someone who has already won. Carry yourself with confidence. Speak of your future with certainty. Organize your life to accommodate the abundance you are attracting. This embodied faith sends a powerful signal to the subconscious mind and to the universal field that you are ready now, not someday, for your desire to become real finally. Remind yourself that the desire itself is sacred communication. When you recognize it as such, you remove doubt, guilt, and hesitation. You begin to see your desire not as a wish but as a prophecy. You are no longer waiting, you are receiving. You are no longer doubting, you are knowing. This shift is the essence of manifestation, for the outer world is but a mirror of your inner state. As within, so without. When you honor your desire as divine permission, you become a clear channel through which infinite supply can flow freely and fully into your life. Words as creative power means every phrase you speak, every affirmation you whisper, every declaration you utter is a seed falling into the fertile soil of the subconscious mind and into the field of universal law. The moment a word is spoken with belief, it leaves the realm of thought and begins to shape itself into visible form. Words are invisible molds into which the substance of reality must flow. When you desire to win the lottery through manifestation, your spoken word becomes the tool by which you carve out that reality in advance. This is why it is said that by your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned. The vibration of each word carries intention, emotion, and frequency, and the universe responds to vibration far more than it responds to mere thought without feeling. The spoken word is a decree, a command, a directive to the unseen to take form in the seen. When you begin to understand the creative power of your words, you realize you can no longer speak carelessly. Casual talk of lack, doubt, or failure plants weeds in the garden of your manifestation. Complaining about how hard it is to win, or repeating that no one ever wins, is a way of commanding the universe to keep you in a state of non-winning. Instead, you must learn to guard your speech as a precious instrument. Every morning and every evening you plant new seeds of wealth consciousness by deliberately affirming the reality you wish to experience. Say aloud that you are blessed. Say aloud that money flows to you in perfect ways. Say aloud that you are the winner of divine provision. As you repeat these words, they begin to build momentum in your subconscious, replacing the old limiting tapes that once dominated your inner dialogue. This practice requires consistency, because the subconscious mind does not change with one declaration, but with repeated and emotionally charged declarations. Imagine your words as drops of water carving a channel through solid stone. At first nothing seems to change, but with persistence the groove deepens, and soon a powerful stream flows, where once there was only resistance. Speak your affirmations with feeling, as if you were already living the result. Do not merely repeat phrases by rote. Feel the joy and the gratitude of already having received as you speak. The emotional tone of your voice transmits your faith into the unseen realm. In this way your words become more than language. They become vibrational signatures of your desired outcome. When you speak positively and with authority, you also begin to train your mind to expect good. Expectancy is a magnetic force that draws to you the very conditions you anticipate. Each time you affirm, "I am the winner. I am wealthy now. My lottery win manifests in divine timing," you imprint your consciousness with a picture of success in your actions. Decisions and perceptions begin to align with that picture. Opportunities that were invisible before become obvious. Intuitive nudges become stronger. Synchronicities increase. It appears miraculous, but it is simply the law responding to your spoken word. Words as creative power also implies that silence can be as powerful as speech. You do not need to announce your intentions to everyone. Some seeds grow best when hidden underground. Speak your affirmations to yourself, in prayer, in meditation, in private conversation with the infinite. Let your words be sacred acts rather than casual chatter. In this way your spoken word becomes concentrated, charged with the electricity of your own belief, and this concentrated power speeds up the manifestation of your desired outcome. When doubt arises, counteract it immediately with a stronger affirmation of faith. Refuse to let words of fear or defeat pass your lips. If you stumble, correct yourself. This self-discipline with language becomes self-discipline in vibration, which then becomes mastery over your conditions. Another aspect of words as creative power is the importance of aligning your self-talk with your outer talk. You cannot speak wealth in private, and then speak lack in public. You cannot affirm winning the lottery in the morning, and then tell your friends in the afternoon that winning is impossible. Such contradictions cancel out your vibration. Choose once and stand firm. Speak the truth of your desired reality regardless of appearances. Appearances are temporary. Words backed by belief are formative. When you speak your new reality consistently, the old reality crumbles away, and the new reality takes its place. This steadfastness of speech and belief is what moves manifestation from the invisible to the visible. You can also infuse your environment with words of power. Place affirmations on your mirrors. Write them on cards you carry in your pocket. Record your own voice, speaking your wealth statements, and play them as you sleep. This saturation of your consciousness with positive, wealth-affirming words reshapes your inner dialogue so thoroughly that the new belief becomes automatic. When the subconscious accepts an idea, it must express it. It cannot do otherwise. By flooding it with affirmations of winning and abundance, you turn your subconscious into a silent partner, working tirelessly to bring about your success. Words also have the power to dissolve obstacles. When you encounter a challenge, speak directly to it. Declare that every barrier is removed, every delay is dissolved, every path is made clear. This is not denial of reality, but a command to reality to shift. The unseen responds to authority. Just as you would speak firmly to a child running into danger, speak firmly to conditions that do not serve your highest good. Your word is law to your subconscious, and through your subconscious to the larger field of creation. With practice you become adept at using words to direct energy, to summon opportunities, and to call forth the exact circumstances you desire. It is also important to combine your words with gratitude. After each affirmation, give thanks as though it were already accomplished. This anchors your word in the vibration of receiving. Gratitude accelerates manifestation because it signals that you have already accepted the gift. Speak your thanks aloud. Thank you for my win. Thank you for my abundance. Thank you for divine provision flowing now. This practice of spoken gratitude transforms your affirmations from mere requests into declarations of accomplished fact, which the universe must match. Another layer of mastery is to use words to bless others. When you see someone else prospering, bless them aloud or silently. Say, "I bless your success. I bless your abundance. I bless your good. By blessing others with your words, you multiply your own good, because you are affirming the principle of abundance in action. Words of blessing expand the flow of wealth consciousness within you and around you, creating an environment where winning, receiving, and prospering feel natural and inevitable. In the same way, never speak ill of money, wealth, or those who have it. Words of criticism about wealth push wealth away. Words of praise about wealth draw wealth near. Finally, remember that your words do not simply describe your life, they prescribe it. Every time you speak, you are writing a script for your future. You can choose to speak as a victim or as a creator. You can choose to speak as someone who hopes or as someone who knows. You can choose to speak of lack or of abundance, of defeat or of victory. In every moment, your tongue is the pen and your world is the paper. As you train yourself to speak only what you desire to see, you align your inner vibration with your outer expression. And this alignment is the fertile ground where manifestation blossoms. Words as creative power is not a metaphor, but a literal law of consciousness and energy responding to your command. Visualization with feeling is the vital bridge between the unseen world of imagination and the seen world of physical reality. And it is the secret doorway through which the invisible becomes visible. When you desire to win the lottery through manifestation, you are not simply trying to guess numbers or hope for random luck. You are creating a vibrational template of your success and impressing it upon your subconscious mind and upon the universal substance that shapes all form. The mind thinks in images, and the subconscious responds to pictures and emotions more powerfully than to words alone. Visualization turns a concept into a living experience inside your inner world, and when that inner experience is saturated with feeling, it becomes magnetic to outer events that correspond to it. This is why it is not enough to merely imagine holding a winning ticket like a mental snapshot. You must live it inwardly, breathe it, feel it, and experience it as a total state of being until your nervous system believes it is true, and your subconscious accepts it as a present fact. To practice visualization with feeling, begin by creating a vivid inner scene of the outcome you desire. See the colors, the textures, the surroundings, the people, and the circumstances exactly as you wish them to be. Imagine looking down at the winning ticket in your hand and noticing the numbers printed there. Imagine the envelope from the lottery commission, the phone call, the announcement, the bank notification. Let the scene become so clear that it takes on the depth of reality. Then add the emotional component. How would you feel if this were happening right now? Would you feel relief, excitement, gratitude, security, joy, freedom, or a mixture of all of them? Allow those feelings to rise within you, as if they were happening in this very moment. This emotional charge is the electricity that activates the blueprint and transmits it into the field of creation. As you do this consistently, you are retraining your subconscious to accept a new self-image. You are no longer someone who wants to win, you are someone who has won. The subconscious, unable to distinguish between vividly imagined events and actual events, begins to treat your visualization as memory. Once it is recorded as memory, it influences your behavior, perceptions, and vibrational signature. You begin to think, act, and radiate as someone who is wealthy and successful, and the outer world reorganizes itself to match that new vibration. Opportunities appear, coincidences align, intuitive nudges guide you, and the pathway to your manifestation becomes clear and effortless. This is not magic in the sense of superstition. It is the precise working of mental law, combined with the creative substance of the universe responding to the pattern impressed upon it. Another important aspect of visualization with feeling is consistency. Just as a garden must be watered regularly, your inner picture must be refreshed until it becomes second nature. Choose a quiet time each day to close your eyes and enter your inner movie. Shut out the noise of the outer world and retreat into the sanctuary of your imagination. The more real you can make it inside, the more quickly it will become real outside. You can also use vision boards, photographs, or symbols as prompts to strengthen your mental imagery. But always remember that the image itself is not the power. The feeling you generate while looking at it is the power. A dull, lifeless picture with no emotion is like a seed left on a shelf. A picture saturated with feeling is like a seed planted in fertile soil and watered daily until it sprouts. Visualization with feeling also engages the power of your senses. Instead of only seeing the image, imagine hearing the sounds associated with your win, the announcement of your name, the cheers of loved ones, the tone of the phone call or the email notification. Imagine the scents, the tactile sensations, the weight of the check, the feel of the ticket between your fingers. This multisensory approach deepens the impression upon the subconscious and makes the experience more vivid and convincing. The more senses you involve, the more your nervous system believes it is real, and the stronger your vibrational signal becomes. It is equally important to release the need to control how or when your visualization manifests. You are not trying to force the universe, you are aligning with it. When you visualize with feeling, you are planting a seed. Once planted, you must let it grow without digging it up to check on it every hour. After your visualization session, go about your day with calm expectancy. Act as if your desire is inevitable. This attitude of relaxed confidence sends a clear message to the universe that you trust the process, which accelerates the manifestation. Doubt and desperation are like weeds that choke the seed. Faith and detachment are like sunlight and rain that nurture it. Another dimension of visualization with feeling is aligning your daily life with your inner picture. If your visualization shows you living in financial freedom, begin to make choices from that state of mind now. Speak with more confidence, walk with more assurance, treat money with respect, and let gratitude flow through your daily actions. This congruence between your inner movie and your outer behavior strengthens the bridge between them. It tells your subconscious that you are serious, and that this new self-image is your authentic identity, not a fleeting fantasy. Over time, the line between visualization and reality blurs, and the manifestation emerges as the natural next step of your state of being. Visualization with feeling also helps dissolve old limiting beliefs. As you hold the image of your success and feel it as real, any thought or belief contrary to that image will rise to the surface. Instead of resisting these doubts, acknowledge them and let them pass as you return to your visualization. Each time you do this, you are rewiring your brain, weakening the old pathways of lack and strengthening the new pathways of abundance. Eventually, the old beliefs lose their grip entirely, and your subconscious becomes a clear channel for your new reality. This inner transformation is the real work of manifestation, and the outward win is its inevitable reflection. Gratitude amplifies visualization with feeling. After each session of mental imagery, give thanks as if you had already received. Feel the gratitude saturate your body. Say inwardly or aloud, "Thank you for my win, thank you for my abundance, thank you for my freedom." This combination of vivid imagery and heartfelt gratitude sends a powerful electromagnetic signal into the field of creation. Gratitude lifts your vibration from longing to receiving, from lack to fulfillment. In this elevated state, you become a match for the reality you are imagining, and the two converge more rapidly. You may also find it helpful to write out your visualization in detail, describing the scene in present tense as though it is happening now. This written form acts as another channel to impress the subconscious and clarify your vision. When you read your description aloud with feeling, you activate both the power of words and the power of images, creating a synergy that multiplies the effectiveness of your manifestation practice. As you do this, notice any subtle shifts in your mood, your intuition, and your outer circumstances. These are signs that your vibration is changing and your visualization is beginning to draw in corresponding experiences. Finally, remember that visualization with feeling is not daydreaming or idle wishing. It is a deliberate act of creation. It is the art of rehearsing your future until it becomes your present. It is the practice of stepping into the vibrational reality of your desire so completely that the universe has no choice but to mirror it back to you. When you commit to seeing, feeling, and embodying your desired outcome every day, you transform your consciousness into the very frequency of your goal. And once you are that frequency, the manifestation of it, in physical form, becomes inevitable. Non-resistance and gratitude is the secret current that carries your manifestation swiftly and smoothly into form, because what you resist persists and what you bless expands. When you desire to win the lottery through manifestation, the impulse to strain, to push, to force, or to worry is natural to the old mind of lack, but the true power lies in letting go of the tension and aligning with the flow of universal supply. Non-resistance means you release anger, jealousy, or frustration about your current financial situation, and you release fear about whether or not your manifestation will happen. Instead, you stand calmly in faith, knowing the infinite is never late and never withholding. Non-resistance is not passivity, it is active trust. It is the inner stance that says, I accept the good that is mine in perfect ways, and it opens the channel through which your abundance flows. When you practice non-resistance, you stop fighting against appearances. You stop saying, this is too hard. It never works. Why do others win and not me? Those words and feelings create a vibrational barrier. Instead, you begin to bless and praise what you see, even if it is not yet your ideal. You look at your bills and bless them, as evidence of the flow of energy through your life. You look at others winning and bless their good fortune, as proof that abundance is real and active. In doing this, you take the sting out of lack and shift into the vibration of plenty. Non-resistance is like unclenching your fists so your hands can receive. The moment you release resistance, the universe can deliver to you what it has been holding in escrow all along. Gratitude multiplies the effect of non-resistance, because it transforms your state from wanting to receiving. When you thank the infinite for what you have, no matter how small, you send a signal that you are ready for more. Gratitude is the great multiplier, the magnet that draws supply to you. Even before you win, give thanks as though you already have. Walk through your home and silently bless your possessions, your relationships, your opportunities, your talents. Thank the unseen for the abundance on its way. This practice lifts your vibration and places you on the frequency of your desired outcome. The more gratitude you feel, the less doubt can enter, because gratitude and doubt cannot occupy the same space. Non-resistance also means forgiving yourself and others. Old resentments, grievances, and self-blame are heavy weights that slow your manifestation. Release them. Say aloud, I forgive everyone, including myself. I release the past. I bless all concerned and move forward in freedom. As you do this, you clear your inner space so new blessings can enter. Holding on to resentment while trying to manifest abundance is like trying to sail with the anchor still down. Forgiveness lifts the anchor and allows the current of supply to move you swiftly to your destination. You do not forgive because others were right. You forgive to free yourself from the energetic chain that binds you to the past. Another dimension of non-resistance and gratitude is learning to flow with divine timing. The universe has perfect timing, and sometimes delays our preparations. Instead of pushing, practice trusting. Tell yourself, everything is unfolding perfectly for me. My win arrives at the right time in the right way. This affirmation releases the anxiety that blocks manifestation. Anxiety is resistance, faith is flow. When you relax into divine timing, your intuition becomes clearer, your mood lighter, and your vibrational signal purer. This purity accelerates the appearance of your desired outcome, because the universe can deliver it without distortion or interference from your fear. Gratitude also transforms how you handle money now. Instead of despising small amounts, bless them. When you find a coin, bless it as a sign of increasing abundance. When you receive any income, no matter how modest, give thanks for it with all your heart. This attitude turns every exchange into a magnet for more. A person who curses their bills and begrudges every payment sends a signal of lack and blocks the flow. A person who blesses each bill as evidence of circulation invites more circulation. Money is energy, and gratitude keeps that energy moving toward you. The more you appreciate, the more you receive. To appreciate non-resistance means letting go of rigid expectations about how your win must arrive. You may visualize the lottery as one channel, but the infinite may have many channels. By clinging to one channel, you limit your supply. By opening to all channels, you let supply surprise you. Affirm, I am open to abundance from expected and unexpected sources. This keeps your energy fluid and receptive. Often the universe will exceed your visualization, because it knows a more elegant, joyful way to bring your desire to you. By staying non-resistant, you give the infinite permission to delight you with its creativity. Another important aspect of non-resistance and gratitude is keeping your attention on the present moment. Worry and regret pull you out of the now, which is the only point of power. When you are in the present, you can feel gratitude fully. When you are in the present, you can relax your grip and allow. The more you train yourself to return to the present, the more stable your vibration becomes. This stability sends a clear signal to the universe and makes manifestation quicker and smoother. Use your breath to anchor in the now. With each exhale, release tension. With each inhale, draw in gratitude. This simple practice trains your nervous system to associate relaxation with receiving, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Gratitude also allows you to savor the journey, instead of postponing happiness until the win. When you enjoy the present moment, you vibrate at the frequency of joy, and joy is magnetic. You do not need to wait for the lottery to feel rich. You can feel rich now by appreciating what you already have. This richness of feeling invites actual richness in form. The universe mirrors your state of consciousness, so a grateful, joyful consciousness draws grateful, joyful conditions. In this way, gratitude is not only a moral virtue, but a practical tool of manifestation. Non-resistance is also expressed through surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up on your desire. It means handing over control of the details to the infinite mind. You set your intention, you visualize your outcome, you affirm your win, and then you release it into the care of universal law. This release is the opposite of clinging. Clinging says, I don't believe it will happen unless I hold on tightly. Release says, I trust it is already done and on its way. This trust creates a vacuum that the universe rushes to fill. You cannot receive with closed fists, you receive with open hands. Surrender opens your hands, your heart, and your mind to the perfect delivery of your desire. Another practice that strengthens non-resistance and gratitude is blessing others regularly. When you see someone succeed, say, I bless your success. I bless your abundance. By blessing others, you dissolve envy and align yourself with the principle of abundance itself. What you bless in others, you invite into your own life. This practice keeps your heart light, your energy clean, and your vibration high. It turns potential triggers for jealousy into opportunities for alignment. Over time, you train yourself to feel joy at the sight of others' prosperity, and this joy mirrors back as your own prosperity. Finally, gratitude can be used as a morning and evening ritual to bookend your day. Upon waking, list in your mind or aloud the things you are grateful for now, and the things you are grateful for as if they have already happened. At night, review your day and give thanks for every blessing, every sign, every opportunity, and every lesson. This practice saturates your subconscious with gratitude during the two most impressionable times of day, programming it to expect good while you sleep and to look for good when you wake. As this expectation builds, your subconscious begins to filter reality for evidence of your abundance, which then amplifies the vibration and accelerates the manifestation of your desired outcome. Non-resistance and gratitude together form the golden pathway of least resistance, through which your win flows from the unseen into the seen. Preparation and expectancy is the natural culmination of desire, word, visualization, and gratitude, because it grounds your manifestation in lived reality and signals to the infinite that you are not only asking but ready to receive. When you prepare for your win, you are acting out your faith. You are demonstrating that your belief is strong enough to influence your daily habits, your surroundings, and your identity. Expectancy is the inner state of knowing that what you desire is inevitable and on its way. It is a quiet confidence rather than a frantic urgency. Preparation and expectancy together create a magnetic pull that draws your desired outcome into your life, as naturally as a seed draws nutrients from the soil to sprout. When you move from merely hoping to preparing, you shift from a passive vibration to an active one, and this active vibration accelerates manifestation. Preparation begins with your inner environment. You clear out old beliefs, doubts, and patterns that are inconsistent with your desired outcome. You examine your self-image and upgrade it to match the identity of someone who has already won. Ask yourself how a person who has received their manifestation would think, speak, and behave, and begin to embody that now. This might mean developing more disciplined financial habits, cultivating generosity, or learning new skills to manage abundance. By doing this, you are not only signaling readiness to the universe, but also ensuring you can sustain and enjoy the blessing once it arrives. Many people manifest opportunities they are not prepared to handle, and the blessing slips away. Preparation closes that gap by aligning your capacity with your desire. Preparation also extends to your physical environment. Make space for the new. If you expect to win, clear clutter from your life. Organize your finances. Create a dedicated account for incoming funds. Learn about financial stewardship, investments, or philanthropy. These actions are not premature, they are declarations. They are the tangible proof of your belief. If you were expecting a guest, you would prepare your home. If you are expecting abundance, you prepare your life. This preparation is itself a form of prayer in action. It shows the infinite you are serious, and it raises your own vibration to match the reality you are creating. Expectancy is the emotional and mental counterpart to this preparation. It is the certainty that the invisible is becoming visible, that the promise is unfolding now. Expectancy feels like excitement without desperation, anticipation without anxiety. It is the vibration of already knowing. You cultivate expectancy by dwelling more on your desired outcome than on appearances. You remind yourself daily that unseen forces are arranging the details on your behalf. You speak as though it is coming. You plan as though it is coming. You live as though it is coming. This is not pretending, it is aligning. The subconscious mind accepts what you consistently affirm and behave as though it is true. When you act from expectancy, your inner and outer worlds synchronize, and manifestation becomes inevitable. Another dimension of preparation and expectancy is the willingness to act on intuitive nudges. Once you declare your desire and visualize it, the universe may guide you to take certain actions. Buy a ticket at a certain time. Choose a certain combination, or pursue a completely different avenue of abundance. Expectancy makes you alert to these signals. It keeps your intuition sharp and your awareness heightened. You become attuned to coincidences and opportunities that others overlook. This is why expectancy is not passive waiting, it is active readiness. It is a state of listening and responding. The more you act on these inner prompts, the more you strengthen the feedback loop between your conscious desire and the universal intelligence arranging its fulfillment. Preparation and expectancy also involve cultivating emotional resilience. Even when appearances seem contrary to your desire, you maintain your inner knowing. You do not let temporary setbacks derail your vibration. Instead, you see them as part of the unfolding process. This steadiness is itself a form of preparation, because it proves you can hold the energy of your manifestation without collapsing into doubt. It is like training your muscles before lifting a heavier weight. By maintaining expectancy in the face of delay, you build the spiritual stamina to sustain your abundance when it arrives. Another practice that strengthens preparation and expectancy is celebrating small signs of progress as evidence of the larger manifestation. If you receive an unexpected gift, find a small sum of money, or experience a fortunate coincidence, treat it as a down payment on your greater desire. Give thanks, rejoice, and take it as confirmation. This builds your confidence and reinforces the vibration of winning. Over time, these small evidences accumulate into undeniable proof, and your faith becomes unshakable. By honoring the small, you make yourself available for the great. Preparation also includes aligning your relationships and conversations with your desired reality. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in your possibilities, and who speak positively about abundance. Limit your exposure to negativity, skepticism, and doubt. Your environment influences your subconscious more than you realize, and expectancy is easier to maintain when you are supported by an atmosphere of belief. This does not mean isolating yourself, but being discerning about the energy you allow into your mental space. As you strengthen your expectancy, your vibration will also begin to influence those around you, creating a ripple effect of positivity and abundance. Another powerful way to embody preparation and expectancy is through giving. When you give freely from a place of faith, you demonstrate your trust in infinite supply. You prove to yourself that you are not afraid of lack. This act of generosity creates a vacuum that the universe rushes to fill, often in ways that exceed your giving. It also trains your subconscious to associate money and abundance with flow rather than hoarding. You begin to feel like a conduit for prosperity, and as a conduit you are always replenished. Giving before receiving is a bold declaration of expectancy, because it says, "I know more is coming, and I am already living as one who has more than enough." Visualization and affirmation can be integrated into your preparation and expectancy practice. For example, you can visualize not only the moment of winning, but also the weeks and months after, where you are managing your new wealth wisely, blessing others, and expanding your life. This extended visualization helps your subconscious create a stable self-image that can hold the abundance without self-sabotage. It prepares you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually to receive and sustain your manifestation. When your inner movie includes life after the manifestation, you dissolve unconscious fears about what comes next, which can otherwise block the flow. Expectancy also thrives on ritual. Create daily habits that reinforce your belief. This could be a morning routine of affirmations, evening gratitude journaling, or regular meditation sessions where you feel the energy of your desired outcome. These rituals become anchors in your day, holding your vibration steady regardless of outer conditions. Over time, they reprogram your nervous system to associate calm and certainty with your manifestation, making the state of expectancy your default rather than a forced effort. When expectancy becomes second nature, the gap between inner reality and outer reality closes quickly. Another aspect of preparation and expectancy is self-care. Treat your body, mind, and surroundings with respect, because abundance flows more easily to a vessel that is ready and receptive. Exercise, eat well, rest adequately, and engage in activities that bring you joy. This is not superficial, it is vibrational alignment. When you feel good, you radiate a frequency of well-being that attracts more well-being. You also demonstrate that you value yourself enough to be a worthy steward of the abundance you are calling in. Self-care is a form of preparation because it raises your baseline energy and expands your capacity to receive. Finally, preparation and expectancy invite you to live in the feeling of already having. When you wake up, feel the excitement as if the win has already occurred. When you plan your day, plan from the perspective of someone who is already abundant. When you speak, speak as though you are living your desired reality. This embodiment of your future self bridges the gap between imagining and being. It aligns your vibration so perfectly with your goal that manifestation becomes not an event, but a natural continuation of who you already are. In this state, you no longer wonder if it will happen. You know it is happening, and your actions, thoughts, and emotions all reflect that knowing, creating a powerful magnet that draws your manifestation into form effortlessly and inevitably.